Once upon a time, on a cold winter morning, a king held his court in an open field, basking in the gentle warmth of the sun. Nobles, ministers, and commoners gathered around, while on a table before the king lay some precious items, shimmering under the sunlight. At that moment, a man entered, seeking permission to approach the court. Upon receiving approval, he spoke.
Your Majesty, I have traveled far and wide with two special items. I've presented them before kings across the world, but none could tell them apart. Each time, I emerged victorious. Now, I bring this challenge to your kingdom.
What is the challenge?
The man placed the two objects on the table before the king. The two objects looked identical in size, color, and shine, appearing as though they were perfect replicas of each other. The man said,
Here are two objects. At first glance, they appear identical, but one is a priceless diamond, and the other is merely glass. If anyone in your court can identify the diamond correctly, the diamond shall be yours. But if no one succeeds, you must reward me with an amount equal to the diamond's value. Ninata.
The king shook his head and replied,
They look exactly the same to me. I cannot tell them apart.
The ministers and advisors also admitted, We cannot determine the difference either. It seemed inevitable that they would lose. Although the loss wouldn't affect the king's wealth, it was a matter of his kingdom's pride, as the king and his people were renowned for their intelligence. Nobody could figure out the answer. Suddenly there was some movement in the court. A blind man holding a staff stood up and said,
Take me to the king. I have heard the challenge. Though I am blind, I ask for a chance to prove my intelligence. Perhaps I might succeed.
With someone's assistance, the blind man approached the king and requested,
I was born blind, but please allow me this opportunity to test my intelligence. Perhaps I might succeed, and even if I fail, you're already at a loss.
The king saw no harm in giving him a chance and agreed.
Very well. You may try.
The blind man was handed the two objects and asked, Which one is the diamond and which one is the glass? Within a moment, the blind man declared,
This is the diamond, and this is the glass.
The man who had won in so many kingdoms was stunned, and then he said to the blind man,
You are correct. I have never been defeated before, but you have earned the victory. As promised, the diamond now belongs to the king.
Everyone was astonished and wondered how a blind man could identify the real diamond. They asked him, Tell us, how did you identify the diamond when none of us could? The blind man explained,
It was simple. We are sitting in the sun. I touched both objects. The one that stayed cool was the diamond. The one that warmed up was the glass.
Moral of the story. Life is much like the diamond and the glass. In difficult times, those who lose their temper and crumble under pressure are like glass. But those who remain calm, composed, and resilient are like diamonds, rare, unbreakable, and invaluable.